We have another good sale here on Steam. It is the Steam 4X Fest sale. A lot of good stuff here. This is my kind of sale because these are my kind of games, and there's a lot of really good ones in here. And we're going to check them out, and I'll show off the ones that are actually on sale. I got my extension plugged in here, and we can see that these sales are the lowest prices these games have ever been, and we'll kind of work our way through them. A lot of good deals because I got actually 14 games here that are under $5. We'll put them at the bargain bin here at the end, but we'll start with the good stuff, and that is Shadow Empire is number one on the list. Came out in 2020 by VR Designs and published by Slytherin. It is a war game. It's a complex war game. It has a fantastic world building thing at the beginning, but it is 60% off right now for $15.99. Puts it at its lowest it has ever been. It's on sale quite a bit, but it's still the lowest it's been. This one is first one on my list because there's a new DLC coming out very soon. And, if you're into that kind of thing, it might be good. You gotta pick it up before that DLC comes out, when it's on sale, Dominion 6 is also here, which came out in 2024 by Illwinter. In fact, Dominion 6 is here for $29.24, 35% off. Dominion 5 is also on sale. If you've not played Dominions before, this one's only $10, 75% off for Dominions 5. They are sort of this grand strategy, but turn-based style, fantasy style. It's a really great game. If you've not played Dominions before, they're pretty similar. 5 and 6 is pretty similar. If you've played them, you'll recognize the differences, but if you haven't, you probably won't. So 5 might be a good starter if you're looking into getting into Dominions. And next we'll go to Ozymandias here. Ozymandias is a fast-paced Civ, almost board game style. And I will always mention this one because I like Ozymandias. It's 60% off right now for $5.99. And more importantly, the maps are $1 a piece if you want to add some maps to the game. I wish they would keep developing this thing, but I think they're done with it. But it's still a good game. Next up, we got Age of Wonders 4. So we got a whole list here of empire building. That's what 4X. That's kind of the bread and butter of a 4X game. Empire building, civilization, those style of games. Age of Wonders is civilization, but fantasy style, sort of in that Master of Magic style. Came out a couple years ago, but it is on sale 40% off for $29.99. And they're still updating it. Still things coming out, and it's still happening. Next up, we have more Age of Wonders. In fact, I got a whole list of Age of Wonders here. We got Age of Wonders Planetfall here, which came out in 2019, and it's sitting at $9, which is it is at $10. It is not actually the lowest it's ever been. Almost all of these are. If they're not, I'll make sure and mention it. I'm just mentioning this one because there's a whole list of Age of Wonders here. We got Planetfall. We've got Age of Wonders 2, The Wizard's Throne, which is down here at $2.49. And Shadow Magic. These are all really oldies, but it's a pretty good price. $2.50 for this one as well. And all those are all Age of Wonders. These are going to be turn-based civilization, but fantasy style. If you know Age of Wonders, they're good stuff. EU4 is next up on the list here. Came out 2013. With Paradox, of course, the game itself is 90% off. $5. That's cheap. But you got to know when you're getting into this, into EU4 and these kinds of Paradox games, you're not going to be just getting $5 and get the game. There's a lot of deal. There's a lot more than I thought there was. A lot of DLC that you can end up picking up here. So this is entry $5, which I suppose the game's playable, but you won't have everything, just to add an asterisk to that one. Dune Spice Wars here came out in 2023 by Shiro Games, and this one is a turn-based strategy empire building, but on Dune, and a real-time strategy for this one. And it is 60% off for $13.99 at the moment. It's lowest it's ever been. Rise of the White Sun. This is one of the few games on here that I have not played. Came out a couple years ago. It is turn-based strategy sandbox set in China. And I'm not entirely sure on the setting exactly. As a matter of fact, I just know it's turn-based strategy and it's cheap. 70% off, $6.29 for the price on this one. I've heard of it, but I've not played it myself. Next, we have Zephon. I have played this one. And this is a post-apocalyptic 4X. So Civ. I'm going to use Civ as my metric here. But post-apocalyptic, freaky mutants walking around the planet. Still turn-based, hex-based. Came out last year by Proxy Studios. And it is $30 at the moment, which is its lowest price, 25% off because it doesn't go on sale very much. But it's pretty new. We've got Spellforce Conquest of Ao that came out here 2 years ago as well by THQ Nordic and owned by Gravity. It is still getting developed. Apparently there was an update 5 days ago. And it is 67% off for $10 at the moment. And again, same thing, same idea. It is tactical. It's sort of like a Civ fantasy style, but with this tactical combat in there as well. On this one, next we have Aura History Untold. This one had a little bit of a rocky release. It's still in early access. It's still being developed. Came out last year by Oxide and Xbox. Build your city. This sort of like build a city, but empire as well in this sort of combo. It is half off at the moment for $30. I say early access. Maybe it's not early access. Well, it's not early access, but it is still in development. There's still some developing things happening. In fact, a big update just came out very recently. So not early access, but still being updated. And maybe they'll fix some things up. I don't remember exactly what the issues were on that one on the early release. I think it was just too early, basically, release, that kind of thing. Next up, we got Age of History 3. This is grand strategy. If you're into like the EU4 kinds of things, where this sort of like slow, real-time, slow time paced, like pick your country and sort of grow your country, field your armies, you know, all the grand strategy kind of stuff. This came out last year. I think it's mostly a solo dev on this one, at least a small team, but it is $6, 40% off at the moment. And if you want like the EU4 thing, but you don't want all that much complexity, kind of a simplified version, and that's what Age of History 3 is all about. Next up, we got Warlock, Master of the Arcane. This is an oldie. Came out 2012. Oh, I haven't seen that oldie, but I guess it is. Inico and Paradox made this one. Again, another Master Magic fantasy, but like a heavy dose of tactical combat. And it's 75% off for $5 right now. We've got Thea 2, The Shattering by Muha Games. Came out in 2019. This one's hex-based. This has an interesting, you can see it there playing out right now. It's like a Civ where you're running around on a hex-based map, building your cities and your empire. But then you go into combat and you get these like adventuring parties that do combat like that. Just play there. Interesting. But it is on sale at the moment, 60% off for $10. We've got Imperiums Greek Wars, which is sort of this historical strategy game, turn-based, 4X, historical grand strategy with a mythological twist. Of course, it's in Greece. And by Kubi Games, it is at 71% off for $8.69 on this one. Apparently there's a complete edition, which adds in a few other things. Okay, for a good deal as well. We're going to go into Rome instead. Instead of Greece, we'll go to Rome. Aggressors Ancient Rome. Similar idea where you're set in, same idea. So instead of being Greece, you're in Rome and trying to conquer the Mediterranean. Published by Kubi Games. And this one is $6, 80% off at the moment. Next up, we have Knights of Honor Sovereign. This is a medieval real-time grand strategy by Black Sea Games and THQ Nordic, set in medieval times. And it is 67% off at $14.84. This one, you know what? I don't think I've played this one. In fact, I know I haven't. So I can't give you any information about that one, other than what you see in the pictures. I have played this one, Heart of the Machine. This one is different. I had, when I first made the list up, I was going to separate this one into the oddball games. You're a sentient AI born into a city of opportunity. So it's like real time, but you're like building your empire within the city. You're the sentient AI. Came out this year. This should probably be in the new games list, but it's by Arson Games and Hooded Horse. It is 35% off for $19.49 for this one. And speaking of the new games, I got a list of new stuff. That one was the introduction to the new games. There's a little. I got 5 here of games that just came out this year or recently that are on sale for this fest as well. And we got Yield Fall of Rome, which just hit 1.0. Came out in in early access last year, 2 years ago. But it's just at 1.0 here August 11th. And it is half off. So 1.0 release, half off. There you go. This one, it's like a mix between Civilization and Polytopia. if you played Polytopia, a very simplified Civ, almost like an early Civ, like a Civ 1 or Civ 2, really feeling. We looked at Age of History before. This is similar to that. Warnament. This one came out August 7th. It's already on sale. This is, I think, 1.0 is what this just hit. And it's at $9.74, 25% off for this one. And it just came out. But again, another one of those where you're, it's a map game. You pick your country and you slowly build your country, but a lot simpler than something like Europa Universalis. Hyper Empire is next. We're going to space for one that came out here in April by Fairweather Studios. And you kind of build out your spaceships. A very simplified, it says play a 4X game in 40 minutes. So a very simplified space strategy game about building out your fleets, basically more than Empire kind of stuff. But there's a little bit of that. It's 40% off right now for $7.19. Two more of these. We got Wizard Warfare Cephalopod Wars. Came out in January. I did play this one. I was disappointed in the lack of cephalopods, but the dev sent me an email and said he promises there's more cephalopods in the game now. So we'll see. But it's 20% off, $8.79 for this one that just came out. And next up, last of the newbies, we've got Heroes of Science and Fiction is the name of this one. This is by Oxymoron Games. It had a different name. I forget the old name. Silence of the Siren, that was it. Silence of the Siren is the old name. Now it's Heroes of Science and Fiction. It is half off right now, $12.49. This is like Heroes of Might and Magic. You grab yourself a hero, you run around this overmap, and then you go into turn-based tactical as you grab your armies and collect up resources on the map. Turn-based, but it's sci-fi style. And then we're gonna go into some demos now. So with the fest, there's always like a few demos that pop up. There was a couple notable demos, so I wanted to make sure we point those out. And we've got Endless Legend 2. This is a big one. We're looking forward to this one. Came out August 11th here. This is just a demo of this Amplitude and Hooded Horse. But the demo is here now on Steam. Fantasy, Master of Magic, Civilization style of hex-based overworld. Build cities, conquer, expand, exploit, exterminate. You know the X's. Next up, we've got Orium, which is by O-Stairs. This is another demo that just came out here for, I guess, for the fest. Yeah, actually, it's got the thing right there for the fest. And you can see it playing out there. You're a spaceship, you got aliens, you kind of run in more roguelite, it looks like. Space roguelite with 4X elements, it says. And the demo is here. It's not out yet, of course, but the demo is here. We've got Primordial Nation. Embark on a journey, explore, I guess, through the eras. And I believe you'll be building multiple cities. I'm not entirely sure, but it's got a grand strategy and a little bit of RTS in there as well. By Vazico. And this demo is here now. Some of these, I haven't played these, so I'm not 100% familiar with them. I'm not even 20% familiar with them because I haven't played them yet. Down with the Ship is it looks kind of like, from what I understand, came out August 7th. It looks like FTL but auto battler style. Send your spaceships out, hook up spaceships, and then auto battle your way out there. It is a demo right now. The demo just came out, and it has a sort of asynchronous multiplayer thing for it. And the last demo of note is Repterra, which is like a They Are Billions, but with dinosaurs. And well, there you go. I don't know what else to say other than just look at what's going on there. But this demo is here now, a base building survival RTS with dinosaurs. Okay, so it wouldn't be a 4X sale if you didn't mention the name Sid Meier. And so we're going to go through a slew of Sid games. So Civ 7 is on sale for Access 2K. And it's 30% off right now. It is the lowest it's ever been. It's the first time it's ever been on sale this low. I mean, I don't know if it's ever been on sale before. It's still $50. I hurt myself saying that, but it's still $50. But it's on sale. So there you go. If Civ 7 isn't up your thing, well, Civ 6 is on sale. I just like last month, Civ 6 was free. In fact, the whole like Civ pack or whatever was a big Civ pack was free. So this sale comes and goes. So I'm just pointing out to you, it's not even a very good sale. It's been much better than that. But Civ 6 is on sale. Civ 5 is on sale. It's down at 75% off, $750. It gets better than that because Civ 4 And the Civ for the complete edition is only $6 right now. And even better than that, Civ 3, the complete edition, is $1, 80% off. Civ 3, everyone, I get a little overlooked. I love Civ 3. But, you know, anyway, there's your Civ. I couldn't do I couldn't talk about a 4X sale without talking about Sid Meier. Okay, so the next topic we have here, the next category is space games. So we're looking at space games. We've got X4 Foundations, which is still being developed. It is 75% off right now for $12.49. This is a it's not a 4X, but it's in the 4X Fest. But you're basically building yourself a spaceship and space sandbox by Egosoft, and it is still getting updates. We have Sins of a Solar Empire 2 by Ironclad and Stardock. This is a space RTS. You build your empire on planets, you build your ships, and a very fast-paced strategy game, real-time style. This is 30% off right now for $34.99. We've got Galactic Civilizations 4, which is still in development by Stardock. It's not early access. It's still in development, 50% off. $20, but most of that development comes through with DLCs. They do typically put out free updates with that, but the DLCs are also on sale. So I thought this should be mentioned. Build your planets in very Civ style, but in space. Rule yourself on a hex map, but in space. Conquer planets, but in space. Terra Invicta by Pavonis and Hooded Horse. This one, aliens are invading, and so you have to basically fight off these aliens and take control of Earth's nations. I played this one in the past, but I forget. It's complex, and I kind of forget some of the things that how it plays out. But anyway, it's on sale, 35% off, $25.99 for Terra Invicta, and it is an early access. This one probably should have been in my new games category, but oh well. AI War 2 is also here on sale. Came out in 2019 by Arson Games. This is much more like Swarm. If you want swarms of fleets, then that's what this one does. RTS style. It's a fun one to look at. Lots and lots of ships. Very pretty. But it is $5 right now, 75% off. We have Airships, Conquer the Skies. This one doesn't really fit. It's not in space, is it? It's not a space game, but it's in there. By David Stark. And it's a flying airship game. You got to piece your ship together and then send your ship out to battle. And I guess Conquer the Skies. This is 60% off at $10 at the moment. We have Interstellar Space Genesis. This is turn-based 4X. This is in that sort of Master of Orion or Galactic Civilization style of colonizing worlds and sending out your navies or whatever by Praxis Games. It is 67% off for $10. Again, as always, it's the lowest price. My extension broke. Apparently, but it is the lowest it has been. Lord of Rigel it's Master of Orion. It's take Master of Orion 2 and remake it, but do it in 2024 by Rhombus Studios. It's very Master of Orion style. Turn-based 4X space, inspired by the classics. Yeah, inspired by Master of Orion. It's half off. It's $10 at the moment for this one. Colonized planets, same as what I said before. Okay. So we're at the bargain bin section of the video, and the ends. But we got several bargain bin games in here. This is my favorite part because that's what I look for sales for. So these are all cheap. These are all $5 or less. Well, I think one's a little over $5, but they're all real cheap. So we'll get in there. We'll start with Northgard. Northgard's by Shiro Games, and this one, it's on the edge of bargain bin because it is 84% off at the moment for $4.79. This is the one that, however, that you can add a lot of stuff on there, so it could potentially not be such a bargain. There's a lot of little things, but these are all just sort of like extra tribes and things. It's not really you don't have to have them. Not so Paradox style, but it's kind of more colony builder, I suppose. It's a colony building RTS style of game. It's a lot of fun, but it is cheap. $4.79. Next up, we have Fallen Enchantress, Legendary Heroes. This came out in 2013 by Stardock. I just recently discovered it just a few years ago. It's good stuff. It plays out more kind of Master of Magic style. Build yourself an empire, fantasy style, But then you also can go into these sort of turn-based combat things. And there's dragons. But it is 80% off right now for $5 for this one. And it still holds up. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Oriental Empires is a turn-based 4X strategy game set in ancient China. 2017 by Shining Pixel on Iceberg Interactive, and you can see how it plays out there. It's Civ, but in China. And it is 82% off at $5.39 at the moment. That's the one that's a little bit over $5. Rogue State Revolution. This one is set in, like, you are one of the factions within a country, and you got to sort of work your revolution, I suppose, by LRD Games and Modern Wolf. This one is 80% off, puts it at $2.59 for Rogue State Revolution. There you go. There's your different factions, and so you're controlling one of those factions and trying to sway the people, and also build up your cities and build up your part of the world. Theocracy is a classic 4X turn-based strategy game. This is Civilization. It's like Civilization 1. I loved it when I played it a few years ago. It came out in 2022, and it's like Civ, but it's in this like fantasy or mythology feel. You got gods, you got to appease and all this stuff, and I think like floods and things and all this happens, and you get like god powers. It is 80% off for $3 at the moment. And if you can handle what that looks like right there, then you will enjoy it. If you enjoy like the old-timey Civ, good stuff. Stars and Shadow, another one of these Master of Orion inspired ones, came out in 2017 by Ashdar and Iceberg. And a very cartoony look to it, but a good strategy game. It is 85% off, puts it at $3.74. Apparently there's a DLC. There's a DLC for $1. Next up, we've got Legendary Creatures 2. This is a, I don't want to say Pokemon, but it's a creature evolving rogue-like auto-battler. You basically summon up your armies and send them out throughout the maps by Chara and Thermite Games. It is 50% off, puts it at $3. We've got Pax Nova up next by Grey Wolf and Iceberg. Sci-fi, turn-based 4X strategy game. I feel like I'm saying that a lot. Build cities. Conquer the planet. Conquer the planets. It is 82% off for $4.49. Apparently there is a couple DLC, and they're each $1 a piece, so big sale for that one. I didn't look at the reviews on this one, so I'm not sure exactly what the mixed reviews are about for that one. Pegasus Expedition came out here just in 2023 by Kala Gameworks and Fulcrum Publishing. I think the reviews are mixed because I think it's the difficulty on this one, if I remember correctly. This one is very story-driven, so if you like that Master of Orion style of space conquering, or Stellaris or whatever, but it's very story heavy, where you're like moving into this galaxy and you're running away from things trying to kill you, but things in the galaxy that's already there doesn't like you there. But it's 80% off, and it's only $4 for this one. And I enjoyed it. It was complicated, but I enjoyed it when I played it. And finally, our last one we've got is, I saved the best for last. Space Empires 4 Deluxe. Came out in 2006. Did it come out in 2006? I think it came out before then. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I know it came out before then. By Malfador, Machinations, and Strategy First. This is the classic space colonizing thing. And good stuff. Good stuff. If you haven't played Space Empires 4, well, go do it. It's complicated. It's very complicated. But it's only $2. It's 80% off right now for $2. Space Empires 5 is on sale as well. But I don't think I ever played Space Empires 5, so I don't have a fond memory of Space Empires 5. So I'm not sure if it being $3 is worth it or not. I seem to remember 5 having some issues. But anyway, there is your 4X Steam 4X Fest sale. Thanks for watching. Sorry that was a long one. There was just a lot of good stuff in there. And if you see any that I missed, put them in the comments so we can all. I'll add them to I'll have a big list on the first comments. We can all see them. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.